Hello friends, ಇಂದು ನಾವು ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ರೂಲ್ ಎಂಬ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ 10th ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ದು ನೋಟ್ಸನ್ನು ನೋಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇನ್, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಲಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಸೂಟಬಲ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್. At the end of the first Anglo-Maratha war, Dash agreement was signed between the Marathas and the British. Salbai. Question number 2. The Subsidiary Alliance system was implemented by Dash. Lord Wellesley. Question number 3. The Doctrine of Lapse policy was implemented in the year Dash. 1848. Question number 4. The Doctrine of Lapse policy was implemented by Dash. Dalhousie. Second main, discuss in groups and answer the following questions. Question number 1. Explain the reasons for the first Anglo-Maratha war. Answer. The Marathas installed Shah Alam II back on the throne of the Mughal Empire in Delhi. Shah Alam II was under the control of the British after the defeat in Buxar War. Now, the emperor gave Kora and Allahabad to Marathas, which he had earlier given to the British. This resulted in the enmity between the Marathas and the British. During this period, the death of the Maratha strongman, Madhav Rao Peshwa, was a major setback to Marathas. Though his brother Narayan Rao came to the power, he was murdered by his uncle Raghunath Rao. This resulted in an infighting for the Peshwa post. The Maratha Federation brought Madhav Rao II, the minor son of Narayan Rao, to the post of Peshwa. Upset with this development, Raghoba approached the British for support. The British thought of exploiting this situation in their favor. This resulted to the first Anglo-Maratha war. Question number 2. What were the conditions under Subsidiary Alliance? Explain. Answer. The conditions of Subsidiary Alliance. The Indian kings had to keep the British army in their kingdom. The state concerned had to bear the expenses of the army and the wages of soldiers and also had to give certain revenue lands as well. The king had to have a British resident in his court. The king could not appoint any other European without the permission of the British. In order to enter any agreement or pact with an Indian state, the permission of the Governor General was mandatory. In return for all these services, the company would offer protection to the state from any internal or external aggression. Question number 3. Explain the Third Anglo-Maratha War. Answer. The Maratha families tried their best to protect their independence and honor. Even the Peshwa attempted to free himself from the clutches of the English. In 1817, the Peshwa attacked the British residency in Pune and burnt it down. Appa Sahib of Nagpur and Malla Rao Holkar rebelled against the British and were suppressed ruthlessly. Finally, in 1818, Peshwa Bajirao II fought against the British at Koregaon and Asti and later surrendered to the British. The British abolished the Peshwa post and granted a pension to Bajirao II. They installed Pratapa Simha, the descendant of Shivaji, as the ruler of Satara, a mini-state, and named him as the traditional leader of Marathas and suppressed the Maratha resistance. Question number 4. How did the Doctrine of Lapse support the expansion of British in India? Dalhousie, who arrived in India as the Governor General in 1848, made a final attempt to integrate Indian princely states with the British Empire. He adopted the Doctrine of Lapse policy, whereby the adopted children of Indian kings were refused of their right to throne. Accordingly to this policy, if any Indian ruler died childless, his adopted children had no legal right over the throne. Such a state was merged with the British Empire. Princely states like Satara, Nagpur, Sambalpur, Udaipur, Jhansi, Jaipur came under this policy. As the Governor General knew the conditions of these states, he used this policy as a political weapon. Question number 5. Which were the states that came under the Doctrine of Lapse policy? Satara, Nagpur, Sambalpur, Udaipur, Jhansi, Jaipur came under Doctrine of Lapse policy. Thanks for watching.